you led an effort that provided a framework for looking at beginning texts. Is this something you're going to work on next, is actually look at a framework for challenge?
Yeah, and I think if we think about a framework for challenge within the context of uh, early, early readers, I think we have to think about kind of what we talked about in that article, the elements of content, what's in the text, pace, sequence, and repetition, and how those interplay within these elements. And the other notion, if we're going to think about a paradigm of challenge, is programmatically, and I don't use that in terms of like a published program, but we think about a paradigm for challenge in terms of a longitudinal, extended look at what goes into challenge and what it looks like beyond a week or a month. But how do we introduce the length of text in an extended set of text across some situation, and how does that interface with genre of the text? In other words, can kids handle longer narrative texts versus informational texts?
Yeah, I think that's a really critical issue. So we're getting back to this issue of diet, which is probably a really, what can kids tolerate at different points in time? And one of the things that I just also note that I think we have to sometimes actually talk very directly to kids about the challenge. So this text is going to be challenging for you, but we're going to do these things to help you. Because I think for some kids, the very first time they've actually come up with a text on their own that's challenging is on the assessments.